Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at Bulldog Stadium here in Star City, as it's been a cool, rainy evening, and it looks like it stopped just long enough as we get set to get things going here tonight as the Bulldogs play host to the Helena West Helena Cougars. Good evening to all of you. I'm Josh Smith. I'll be bringing you the live play-by-play action here tonight. And as you see on your screen there at home, Star City did win the opening toss, and they've elected to receive the kickoff to begin the football game, and they'll be putting their offense on the field first. It was a good game last week as the Bulldogs traveled down the road to Dumas. It was a strange, exciting game at times, but the Bulldogs found themselves on the short end of the stick. As Dumas came away with a victory, the Bulldogs looked to bounce back against a struggling Helena West Helena team tonight that is hurting for numbers. Their record is not good, and Star City desperately needing to get a win to try to get some momentum heading into the playoff season. The football team has made their way onto the field, and so as we get set for action here tonight, Star City looking to get some points on the board early and try to put this one away as soon as possible. Star City going to rely heavily on that running game. They're a running team. That's where they make their money, is between the tackles. And it all starts with the quarterback, Noah Noble, who functions as much as a runner as he does a passer in this option-based offense. And so it's going to be interesting to see how Helena West Helena attacks them here tonight. And as always, with this type of offense and this type of ball game, it's going to come down to who handles their business on the line of scrimmage. Star City looking better numbers-wise. They've got some players back that they did not have with them last week. We've got both of the Turners back getting set for the kickoff. Number 3, C.J. Turner, and number 9, Javion Turner. We're about ready for kickoff here. Helena West Helena only traveled about 19 or 20 players here tonight to the ball game. Ahmad Walker looks to be the man that's going to handle the kickoff duties for the Cougars. As we said, it is a wet field here tonight, but Star City does have the luxury of having this nice new turf, and so you don't have to deal with the mud factor, but they do indeed have to deal with getting used to playing on this turf on a wet night. It's a low, ugly kick. It's recovered right in the middle by Cole Branson. And correction, Mason Taylor, not Cole Branson. I got so used to seeing Mason on the field last week and in Cole's absence that I called him Cole. And so it'll be 1st and 10. And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to get things started right at the midfield stripe. They're going to spot it down at the 48. Boy, it's nice to be on a nice, bright field here tonight with clearly marked yardage lines. And let's hope that Star City makes some pretty exciting things happen here on the field. Noble's going to lead them to the line. He's going to bring them out in the flex bone look. Mason Taylor, Jackson Hoyt. And it looks like C.J. Turner is going to join him in the backfield directly behind him. Looks to be some sort of issue. The officials are going to stop play while they make an adjustment. So here comes Noah. Noble goes under center. He's going to hand it off right up the middle as Jackson Hoyt gets his number called on 1st down. Hoyt's going to pick up about 4 yards on 1st down, 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Star City Bulldogs. Again, we've mentioned it before, but we can't tell you how important it is, especially in this offense, to stay ahead of the chains and not have to make long conversions. Flex bone look once again. Noble takes it. He's going to hand it off to Mason Taylor over the left side. Taylor's got room to run. He gets across the 40-yard line, and he's finally wrestled out of bounds at about the 38 by Kylan Esther. And so that'll be the first Bulldog first down of the evening. Early in the ball game here, no score. Noble brings them to the line, single back formation, 3 men split out here to the near side. He's going to pitch it out to C.J. Turner. Turner's racing the corner. He's got the corner and then some. He shakes a tackler at about the 20-yard line, and he's able to dip inside the 20, and they're going to spot him out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And so the Bulldogs quickly find themselves in the red zone and looking to score here early in the ball game. Noble's going to send Austin Wilkerson out wide, I formation. Noble hands off to Jackson Hoyt. Hoyt gets a couple of yards, and he's dragged down at about the 13-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4 on first down. Usually you've seen Noble carry it a time or two by this point in the ball game, but it looks like the coach trying to make sure that he saves all the contact he can and get it into the hands of some of these other guys. Noble's going to bring him to the line. Flex bone look. He hands it off to Mason Taylor. Taylor racing around the left side, breaks a tackle at the 10, gets down to about the 8-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down. And so it's all going to come into where they spot it. So 3rd and 2 is going to be the situation when they get back on the football. 9:30 remaining here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game here at Star City. Nice little break in the rain. Field still very wet. Flex bone look. One man split out wide is Ty Grayson. They hand it off over the right side, this time to Javion Turner. Turner's got it inside the 5-yard line. And he's going to easily have the first down to make it first down and goal for the Star City Bulldogs. Star City's going to take a timeout. And so we'll take just a moment to thank some of our sponsors here who helped make this broadcast possible for us tonight. Lawn and Power, Reed Robertson State Farm Insurance, Connect Bank, connecting you, Star City Insurance Agency, Griffin Funeral Service, and Doctor's Orders Pharmacy. We thank everyone for helping us make this live stream possible for you each and every week as we're able to bring it to you here from Star City as well as everywhere on the road. So Noble's going to lead them up to the line, first down and goal as the Bulldogs are looking to make their first score of the game and to strike first. C.J. Turner's going to be the back directly behind Noah Noble. Javion Turner's going to be his left slot back. Mason Taylor in on the right side. We've got whistles on the field. And our first flag of the evening is going to be a dead ball offsides against Helena West Helena. So now Star City's going to have it from about the 2.5-yard line. And making his way onto the field for the Bulldogs, Dylan McBride. McBride's going to split out to the far side. Flex bone look for Star City. Handoff on the backside goes to Javion Turner, and he's into the end zone for a Star City touchdown. Nothing fancy on that play. Just let your lineman win the battle, and Star City strikes first to lead it 6-0 over the Helena West Helena Cougars here in the first quarter. That drive was exactly what the Bulldogs needed as they were able to move it down the field at the pace they wanted to and eventually end up in the end zone and get some points on the board. On for the extra point, number 23, Brian Magana for the Star City Bulldogs. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. And so with that extra point, Star City leads it 7-0. We'll take a break in the action and be back with the kickoff in just a moment. So as we get set for Star City's first kickoff of the night, Brian Magana going to tee it up for the Bulldogs. We've talked about Magana in previous games. He can pretty much place the ball anywhere on the field that the guys want. And so it'll be interesting to see if they're going to allow him to kick it deep or if he's going to target someone and try to kick it to a particular side. Magana approaches the football. He's going to kick it pretty deep this time. It's going to hit it about the 2-yard line and go into the end zone. And so that'll be a touchdown or touchback. And West Helena will have it first down and 10 from the 20. Star City bringing out a defense that I think got wore down a little bit last week as they played as they played Dumas. Second half became increasingly difficult with the return of Kylan James, and he ended up being the difference maker in that football game as he was able to rip off a big run, his first or second time to touch the ball of the evening. So here comes West Helena. Their quarterback's going to be Zamarion Spencer. They run a reverse play. They tried to run a double reverse, and they end up fumbling the ball, and so they're going to lose yardage on their very first play from scrimmage. And that's going to push them back all the way inside the 15 down to their own 14-yard line. And so it's going to be a big second down for West Helena. Spencer moves back to the shotgun. He's flanked in the backfield by Jeff Redmond. The ball is on the ground once again. Redmond's got it around the right side, but he's going to be hit just across the 5-yard line as they knock him down at about the 6. And so 2 big losses for West Helena on their first 2 plays from scrimmage as they've had trouble securing the football. And so third down and very long, we'll call it 24, is what West Helena needs in order to convert for a first down. Redmond's going to be the quarterback, and Spencer's going to be the running back beside him. Shotgun set. They've got 4 men split out in the pattern. Redmond looks to pass. He's going to dump it off short. He's got it complete just across the 5-yard line as he gets it into the hands of Kylan Esther. But now West Helena looking at facing a punting situation out of their own end zone. That's never a situation you want to be in. If you don't believe me, ask the Arkansas Razorbacks. They've struggled with it a bit this year themselves. And so it looks like number 3, Ahmad Walker, their kicker, is going to come on and handle the punting duties for West Helena. Star City has on the return. It's a very short punt. Going to hit about the 33-yard line. It'll roll dead there. Actually went across, the 35. It'll roll dead at the 38-yard line. So Star City only has 38 yards separating them and 6 more points. And so it'll be first down and 10. Bit of a crowd beginning to make their way into the ball game here tonight. We're not used to seeing this few people here, but it's not exactly football-friendly weather for the fans anyway. So first down and 10 once again. Noah Noble's going to bring them under center. He puts Hoyt in motion. Noble hands it off up the middle to C.J. Turner. Turner is across the 30 and down to about the 25-yard line. He has more than enough yardage for the first down, but some laundry came in right at the end of the play. So we'll see what the call is from the officials. Looks to be against Helena West Helena. It's going to be a personal foul face mask against the Cougars. And so they'll tack another 15 yards onto that play. And that'll be a big first down for Star City. And now they find themselves deep in Cougar territory once again as they'll snap the ball from the Cougar 14-yard line. Handoff goes this time to Javion Turner. Javion stretches it out to the right side. He's going to get it inside the 10-yard line. They'll spot him right at the 9, so that'll make it second down and about 6 yards to go. Star City is able to get a first down just inside the 5 down to about the 4. Star City gets set to snap the football. Noah Noble hands it off to Taylor. Taylor's got it across the 10 as he stretches it out to the left side. There was a flag at the last minute, and you think that's either got to be in the neighborhood of holding or another face mask. And we've got a Cougar down on the field as well. Official time as they're going to check on the player that's injured down on the field. The bad thing is the Cougars don't have much in the way of depth if they have anyone get hurt. About half their roster is scratched for the ball game here tonight. So we're still not sure what the call was on that penalty yet as they're dealing with the injured player. Once again, we thank all of you for joining us from home here tonight. Not everyone likes to get out in this type of weather to watch football, and so we're glad to be able to bring you the sights and the sounds from the game here at Star City. And so the call does come in from the official. It's going to be a holding penalty against Star City, and so that's going to back them up behind the chains. When play resumes, it's going to be second down and 15. The injured player is able to make his way to his feet. Going to make his way to the far sideline. It's actually one of the players that was scratched on our roster here tonight, but he was able to make the trip. They've got him listed at 6'3", 190 pounds. I think he'd field dress 190 pounds. He's a big fella. So as we resume play, it's going to be second down and 15 for the Bulldogs. Can't tell at home, the rain is starting to pick up once again. Noble brings them to the line in the flex bone set. He hands off over the right side to Jackson Hoyt. Hoyt's got some running room, and Hoyt's going to get it inside the 15-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 5 on second down. That's going to make it third down and about 12. And so Star City going to have to get some good yardage on this play. Not exactly weather that you would think would be real conducive to passing the football, But if you're going to be a complete football team, you've got to be able to pass it no matter what the situation is, wet or dry. I formation behind Noble. He rolls left. Noble's got room to run, but he's got a receiver in the back corner of the end zone as he was looking to try to get it into the hands of Mason Taylor. I think Noah could have probably raced that one to the corner and gotten the first down, if not a score. But he did like a good quarterback does. He found what he had in the receiver there, and he was just unable to get it to him. And so that's going to bring up the first fourth down of the night. 4th and 11 is what it's going to be for the Bulldogs. If they want a first down, they've got to get it down inside the 4-yard line. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Noble goes under center. He's going to hand it off. They run a reverse. Mason Taylor's got it, and he's going to be very close. He is able to get it into the end zone, but there are several flags on the play, and you don't think that this one's going to be standing here tonight. So let's see what the flag's going to be. You've got to think the first one has to be a hold based on where they threw it. Here comes the official with the call. So they're going to mark it off against Star City. I'm assuming that was a holding call. And they're going to mark it down at the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and goal for the Bulldogs. But now they've got to get in from the 20-yard line. They split 2 men out wide. Flex bone set. Hoyt comes in motion. Noble looks to pass. He's going to throw the corner route. And Mason Taylor goes up and gets it. Wrestles it away from the Helena West Helena defender. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a great play by Mason Taylor, using his big body to just go in and take it away from Helena. And so for the second time tonight, Star City's on the board as they lead it 13-0 with Brian Magana coming on to try the extra point. Whistles before the kick occurred. So let's see what they call. Somebody was lined up where they weren't supposed to be. The kick goes through. It's a dead ball. Illegal procedure against Star City. And so Magana's going to have to make his way back onto the field and try it once more.
Dead ball. Retry point after.
And so he's going to have to push it through one more time, as that one won't count due to the penalty. Magana been very reliable as a kicker throughout the year. I think he's only missed one. So let's see how this one goes. And now it looks like there's going to be another flag, as it's going to be offsides against Helena West Helena. I say they just scrap the whole thing, count the point, and let's kick a football. But what do I know? So Magana's going to line up now for the third time on the PAT. No flags. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. And so with 5:13 remaining in the first quarter, it is Star City 14, Helena West Helena 0. We'll take a break in the action and be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Magana tees it up for the Bulldogs as he gets set to kick it off to the Cougars. Magana approaches the football. Kind of an ugly, spirally kick, hits about the 20 and is picked up by the Cougars there. They get it across the 30, but everyone who had a flag on the field threw it on that one, I do believe, except for the referee who was at the very back of the play. So let's see what the flag's going to be. But whatever it was, they all saw it.
We did have multiple flags on the play. I think 4.
Once again, we thank you for joining us here tonight as we're able to bring you the live stream action here from Bulldog Stadium as Star City returns home after playing on the road last week against Dumas and fall to the Bobcats. They look to recover against the Cougars here tonight. So let's see what they're going to say. It's going to be a personal foul. They're saying a block in the back. I didn't know that was a personal foul. But either way, that's going to push Helena West Helena on back. And so we'll just roll with the punches here. Cougars going to spread them out. Quarterback in the backfield with one man beside him in Spencer. 4 receivers. They're going to throw a quick bubble to the right side, and it is in and out of the hands of Ahmad Walker. And so that'll make it 2nd and 10 as they're unable to bring it in. It is not just a huge rain here, but it is a steady driving rain blowing across on the Bulldogs, kind of going from north to south. So it's interesting, as you can definitely feel the temperature dropping as it's bringing the cooler air in. 3 receivers split out here to the near boundary. Shotgun set for the Helena West Helena Cougars. Quarterback's going to keep it himself around the left side. He's got some nifty moves. He's able to avoid a couple blockers, get across the 30, and now an official just dropped a flag about the 26-yard line. And so we'll have to see how they sort this one out. Been a sloppy game as far as flags go here tonight to start things off. And so let's see what they're going to call. It's going to be another block in the back against the Helena Cougars. And so they'll back them up 10 yards. Tough going here for everybody involved, but especially for Helena West Helena here tonight, as they've got 11 men on the field and they've got 7 on the sideline, so they only brought 18 dressed players to the ball game here tonight. Spread formation once again. They drop it off to the running back in Spencer. Spencer's got it across the 15, but he's going to be dropped down at about the 19-yard line, pick up a 3, we'll call it 4 yards on 2nd down. And so that's going to make it 3rd down and 12 for Helena. If Star City gets another stop here, they stand to be in good field position once again. Official calls time on the field to fix one of the jerseys for one of the Cougar players. 3rd down and long situation for Helena West Helena, who's trying to throw the football here tonight. 3 receivers split here into the near boundary. Quarterback in trouble. They've got a hold of him, and they're going to drop him back at around the 6-yard line as Keyshawn Trotter gets his first big defensive play of the night as he's able to sack Helena West Helena and make it a huge 4th down situation for them as they're facing 4th and almost 30 yards to go. And so once again, Helena West Helena going to have to punt it out of their own end zone as Ahmad Walker makes his way onto the field to punt the football. He's able to get it off. Very low kick is going to hit just across the 25 and roll dead at about the 27-yard line. And so once again, Star City looking at a very short field to try to get 6 points. Nasty night here in South Arkansas. 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. First down and 10 for the Star City Bulldogs. Noble's going to bring him to the line. He's joined in the backfield by the regulars, Hoyt, C.J. Turner, and Mason Taylor at the other slot. We've got a timeout. This time it's going to be taken by the Helena West Helena Cougars. We'll take a break in the action and be back with more in just a moment. We're resuming play here at Star City. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. As Helena West Helena just punted it away to the Dogs. Flex bone look. Noble going to hand it off on the option play to C.J. Turner. Turner gets it across the 25, but that's it. He picks up about 3.5 to 4 yards on first down. We'll call it second down and 7 for the Bulldogs. We're still here in the first quarter. No storms in the area, but a hard driving, blowing rain just steadily pelting the players there on the field. Noble brings them to the line. Hoyt comes in motion. Same play. They hand it off to Turner once again. He's across the 20. He's still fighting for yardage as he's going to get it down close to the 15-yard line. And so that'll be a Star City Bulldog first down, and they move inside the red zone for the third time in 3 drives here tonight. To the defense's credit, they've not hardly let Helena West Helena get beyond the 30-yard line. Noble brings them to the line, I formation. He hands it off, this time to Hoyt around the right side. Hoyt's going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. As Helena did a good job of stretching him out and not allowing him to turn the corner and get north and south. So Hoyt's going to take a breather. Javion Turner checks into the ball game to replace him. Helena West Helena's got a nose man that looks like he's about 6'3". Big, tall kid right there in the middle for the Cougars. Star City sends Austin Wilkerson out to the far side. They bring a man in motion in Taylor. They hand it off up the middle to C.J. Turner. Turner's got it inside the 15, but just down to about the 14-yard line. So that's going to make it third down and 9 for Star City as they look at another long conversion needed here to keep this drive alive. Now, one thinks, especially with the weather like it is tonight, this is a two-play situation, as I'm sure they'll go for it on fourth down if they're unable to get it here. Mason Taylor's your right slot back. Javion at the left. They hand it off. Nope, Noble's going to keep it himself. He's around the left side, inside the 5. Touchdown, Star City Bulldogs, as Noah Noble takes it in on the left side for another 6 to make it 20-0 here in the first quarter. Star City's offense looking sharp and on point here tonight against this Helena West Helena defense, and looking to score every single drive they have the football. Brian Magana on to try the extra point. Good snap. Hold is down, and it is right down the middle once again. And so with 41 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, it's Star City 21, Helena West Helena 0. We'll be back with more action in just a moment. So here we go. Brian Magana gets it teed up once again for the Bulldogs as he's going to kick it off to the Cougars. Looks like they've decided to kick it deep each time here tonight. Magana gets his foot into it. It's going to be taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll get it up across the 25 and across the 30. And finally be wrestled down on the far sideline at about the 32-yard line or so. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Cougars from that spot. Defense is doing a great job early in the ball game here tonight. Helena's had some struggles on offense thus far with ball security, and penalties have not been helping anybody. So the Cougars going to come out this time. Looks like they're having some issues on that sideline. Helena West Helena going to have to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break in the action and be back with the play-by-play in just a moment. So here comes the Helena West Helena offense once again. Shotgun set, 4 men split out wide. Their quarterback, Jeff Redmond's going to keep it. And he is dropped in the backfield by several Star City Bulldogs. And so it's going to be a big loss on first down once again, as Helena West Helena just cannot get anything going offensively. That Star City defense is on top of them from the minute they touch the football. So that's going to make it second down and 15. But that's the end of the first quarter. It's Star City 21, Helena West Helena 0. We'll be back with the second quarter of action in just a moment. As we get set for the first play of the second quarter, it's second down and 15 for Helena West Helena. Tempted pass once again by the quarterback Redmond, looking for his intended receiver, number 3, Ahmad Walker, and it hit him right in the chest, and he was unable to bring it in. And so that's going to make it now third down and 15 for the Helena West Helena Cougars. It's only the second play of the second quarter. Somewhat slow first quarter here between penalties and passing attempts. Woo! The Helena West Helena quarterback's going to be hit and sacked in the backfield this time by C.J. Turner, and he's met by Nakia Jackson for the Star City Bulldogs, and so that's going to bring up fourth down and long, and what one would assume again is another punting situation for the Helena West Helena Cougars. Star City's defense not giving up much in way of yardage at all here tonight, as I'm not sure that Helena West Helena has gotten a single first down. Low line drive punt, very effective, as that's actually going to roll all the way across midfield before it rolls out of bounds at the Bulldog 46-yard line. So for the first time tonight, Star City going to actually have to start the game on their side of the 50. So that one was ugly, but it worked exactly like they needed it to. 21-0 is our score after a quarter of play here in Star City. Bulldogs come to the line. Flex bone look for the Dogs. Noble's going to hand it off to Cole Branson, getting his first carry of the night. He's got it across midfield, and he's going to be run out of bounds here on the near sideline at the Helena West Helena 42-yard line. And so that'll be first down and 10 for the Dogs, as Branson was able to make a good offensive play. Cole had to miss most of the game last week after an ejection after getting mixed up with the Dumas players, so it's good to see Cole make his way back onto the field here tonight. First and 10, I formation. They hand it off to Jackson Hoyt. Hoyt's hitting the backfield. He spins out of a tackle and gets it up to the 40-yard line. He picks up 1.5 yards. We'll call it 2, so it'll be second down and 8 after he did a great job of not being taken down in the backfield. Strange night here tonight. Very quiet night. With the weather, you can hear the coaching, you can hear the players. You can even hear the thud off the pads when the guys don't catch football and it hits them in the chest. So 2nd down and 8. I formation look. Hoyt dots the I behind Noble. Handoff to Hoyt over the right side. Hoyt's got it across the 40 and down just inside the 35-yard line. So that's going to make it 3rd down and about 3 for Star City. 21-0 is our score here. 9 minutes and 47 seconds shows on the clock. Noah Noble's going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down, but some laundry came in the neighborhood of holding, so we're going to have to wait and see what the call is going to be from the official. So Star City backing up.
Good ball.
It's going to be an illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. And so now that's going to make it 3rd down and 8 as the Bulldogs get pushed back a bit. Max Reese checks into the ball game for the Bulldogs. He's going to be split out to the right side or the far side as you watch on your screen at home. Noble brings them to the line. He takes the snap, hands off to Branson. Branson's got it on the left side. Across the 40, he'll be taken down right at about the 35-yard line. And so that's going to make it 4th down and 3 yards to go for the Dogs. No one moving in terms of bringing a punter onto the field as Star City looks to convert this 4th down. Flex bone look. Helena packed the line of scrimmage. They went with the hard count, and it looks like they are able to get the free 5 yards, and that'll give them a 1st down. So good call there by Coach Vereen. Good job by the offensive line in the backfield for Star City to not move. Those of you watching at home that have never been in that situation, it's harder than you think, even when you know the snap count, to not move sometimes. Noble brings them under. He's going to bring Hoyt in motion. He hands off to Hoyt over the right side. Hoyt inside the 30, and he's going to be stood up at about the 27. Ball came out at the end of the play, but they're going to say they had already blown the play dead. And so after that carry, they'll give him forward progress down to the 27. That'll make it 2nd down and 7. Officials asking to wind the clock. We got more flags on the play. And it's going to be offsides against the Helena Cougars. And so we are 52 minutes in as far as the watch goes, but as far as the clock says, we're still in the 2nd quarter here with another 8 minutes to play before halftime. Noah Noble going to keep it himself. He's across the 20-yard line, and he's going to get down just to about the 19, and that's going to be enough to move the chains for a Star City Bulldog 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Dogs just inside the red zone. They've got it down to the 19. Noble throws a quick pass, And that time it goes through the hands of Dylan McBride.
Double pass, incomplete to a wide open receiver, number 13, Dylan McBride.
It was just a bit underthrown. It looked like it slipped out of Noah's hands, but it did hit McBride in the chest. He was just unable to bring it in. Nights like this, it is extremely difficult to bring in that football. And so official time on the field, it's a called timeout by the West Helena Cougars. We'll take a brief pause in the action and be back with more in just a moment. So we're set to resume play here. I don't know if you can tell down on the field, but the rain has stopped. The wind has really picked up out of the north. We've got a nice little breeze going on the field. Noble brings them to the line in the I formation. He's going to hand off on the left side to Cole Branson, and Branson is caught and drilled in the backfield by West Helena. We'll give it to Cortez McGinnister, as that seems to be the player at least that the number matches. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and 13. Not only do you have the wet ball factoring into your passing game, but now you've got the breeze. As you can see the official immediately in the view on the camera, how his poncho's blowing in the wind. Noble takes it. Pitch out to C.J. Turner. Turner is trying to stretch it out, and he's able to get it across the 25, but that's as far as she goes, as he's not going to get any gain on the play. So now it's 4th down and 14. And the Dogs, you would think, are going to try to go to the air here to pick up a big chunk of yardage. They send Austin Wilkerson onto the field. Even if you run the football and don't get it here, it's as good as a deep, effective punt at this point. So I formation lines up behind Noble. Noble play action. Looks to throw. He's got a man. He underthrows it. And I'll tell you, I think that is probably a good chance that the wind got in there and affected that throw as it floated on Noble. And so now the ball is going to go over to the Cougars, except there's a little yellow flag on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be personal foul, chop block against Star City. And so the ball will indeed go over to West Helena with 15 yards added on to the end of it. Now, this is one of those situations, just because you're ahead 3 scores, you can't let yourself play sloppy, and I don't think they did. That one is just going to be a tough night to throw the football. And so the Cougars take it over on downs. Their quarterback is Jeff Redmond. He's joined in the backfield by Spencer. He splits 4 men out. He hands it off to Spencer. Spencer's got it across the 25-yard line up to the 27. And so he'll pick up 3 yards on 1st down, make it 2nd down and 7 for the Helena Cougars. You'll have to excuse me. I'm still getting used to calling them West Helena. I actually was born in that area and having to change it. That pass that time by the quarterback Redmond nearly intercepted as he was looking to throw it out quickly. And Helena had an offensive lineman further down the field than the receiver was. No call comes in on that one. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Helena. Pistol set for the quarterback, Redmond. Spencer lined up at tailback behind him. Low snap, ball is on the ground. Here comes Star City. He throws it across the middle, and not sure who the intended receiver was, but the Bulldogs were right in there to knock it away as Branson and Proctor were rapidly approaching the quarterback for Helena. And so once again, Ahmad Walker on the field to punt the football for the Cougars. Ball skipped to him on the snap, but we've got a dead ball, false start against Helena. I don't know that wasn't a snap infraction that time, because I don't think everybody was set. So they're going to move it back 5 yards, and they'll still be punting the football. Back deep for the Bulldogs to return it is Ty Grayson. Walker gets a much better snap. It's blocked. And the ball is in the air, and it's going to be fought for and recovered at about the 14-yard line. A great job that time. But we do have a flag on the play, so we're going to have to see what that call is. So we'll see what the flag is as they sort all this out. But either way, unless it's a personal foul, you got to think it's going to be Bulldog football. If indeed the ball does remain with Star City, it's going to be 1st down at the 14-yard line. So we're awaiting the call from the official. It's a personal foul against Helena. So they'll mark it off half the distance, and that should be 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs. The ball now spotted at the 7-yard line. 5:13 remaining here in the first half. Noble looks to pass. He's got it outside and complete. And into the hands of Max Reese. Reese is able to bring it in. But if anything, he may have lost half a yard on the play. And we've got an injured Cougar player down on the field. He had his helmet ripped off on the play. Star City coach is down to check on him. So we'll see what the call is once the player is checked on. He's up and at him. So he'll make his way back toward his sideline. That's their quarterback in Jeff Redmond. So it's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line as Star City lost a yard on the quick screen pass to Max Reese on that last play. Ty Grayson checks into the ball game at receiver. He's going to split out wide to the far side. We've still got some officials figuring some things out. And the play is blown live. Noble brings them to the line. Flex bone set. Turner goes in motion to the right side. They hand it off to C.J. Turner, and he is upended about a yard beyond the line of scrimmage, and we've got another flag on the play. I think we've had more plays with flags than we've had without them.
Dead ball
So it's going to be dead ball.
against the Cougars.
So that'll be another personal foul against the Cougars.
No, second down.
And so it'll remain second down, even though they called personal foul. I think they meant pass interference or something. I'm not sure what the call was. Either way, it's second down and goal from the 4-yard line for Star City. Noble puts the ball on the ground, and he has to recover it as he handed off or tried to C.J. Turner, and Turner gets up and pats his chest and said, "That's my bad." I think he thought Noble was going to pull it out of there and keep it himself, but instead he was trying to go for the handoff. And so now it's going to be 3rd and goal just inside the 5-yard line. Handoff goes inside and goes to the left side, and that's a touchdown for the Star City Bulldogs for Cole Branson. And so Branson makes his way into the end zone to add another 6 to the score. It's now 27-0. The Bulldogs on top of the Helena West Helena Cougars. Brian Magana on to attempt the extra point. Flag on the play. So let's see what the call is going to be.
We got a little flag on the play. Yeah, good ball.
It's going to be a procedure penalty against the Star City Bulldogs. So they'll back them up 5 and try the kick again. Magana getting his first opportunity to really kick into this wind here tonight. Tell that one didn't have quite as much oomph on that one as he has on the previous. Magana gets the kick up. It hits the upright, but goes in. And so he slips it just inside the right upright to make it a 28-0 game. Bulldogs on top. They'll get set to kick it off. We'll take a quick break in the action and be back with more in just a moment. Magana gets set to kick it away for the Bulldogs, as he'll be kicking directly into this north wind. Magana gets his foot into it. It's a short, ugly kick. It hits inside the 40, and I think Star City may have recovered it. Let's see what they're going to say. And so I can't tell.
White ball.
There's.
That was first and 10 from the old 38-yard line.
And if you look back here, there's a flag on the play. Flag is down on the 45-yard line. And there's going to be another personal foul, illegal chop block against the Cougars. And so they're going to back them up 15. That was one of those good unintentional, intentional onside kicks. So after they move them back here, that's going to push the Cougars back further, as they'll be inside the 25-yard line down at the 23. We're approaching halftime. 4 minutes left in this first half of play. Star City leads it by 4 scores, 28-0 over the Helena West Helena Cougars. Rain starting to come down again here at Star City. They go under center in the dead tee this time. They hand it off to a big man. And he has broken it loose down the right sideline. He's still going as he crosses midfield. And so big Cortez McGinnister is going to be the recipient. And he got the biggest play of the night for Helena West Helena. And now he's limping his way off the field. I'm not laughing at the fact the young man is limping off the field, but it's not that often that you see someone as slender get to carry the football and he collapses. I kept thinking that was the biggest number 5 I've ever seen in the backfield, and then I saw it was 54. And after that run and as many people as he drug, he may have a cramp in places he didn't even know he had. They're trying to get him off the field. He's going to make his way to the far sideline, but you got to give him this. That's definitely got to be the most entertaining play of the night for everyone involved. So here we go. First down and 10. Fresh set of downs for the Cougars as they're able to get a first down. I bet that was called the Big T formation. Pistol set for the Cougars. Redmond there. Takes the snap, hands it off to Spencer. Spencer's across, well, we'll say he's actually going to get up to the 45-yard line. And that's it. They'll give him a gain of 2 yards. So second down and 8 for the Cougars upcoming. Nasty weather on this Friday night. It is definitely starting to feel like fall. 4 men split out, 3 into the far side. Redmond fires it out on the quick hitter. Star City right there and makes a tackle. And they're actually going to lose a yard on the play as Cole Branson came in and took him off his feet immediately. So third down and 9 for the Helena West Helena Cougars. Four receivers split out. Spencer in the backfield alongside Redmond. Pressure coming, and Redmond's going to be sacked as Mason Taylor comes flying in and takes him off his feet. And so Star City going to take a timeout with 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half to try to get some more points on the board. And wouldn't it be nice to get 7 more on this drive and start the second half with the sportsmanship clock running? We got to give it to Helena West Helena. These have to be 18 tough players. Not many breaks coming for any of those guys on that far sideline. And so Star City going to have it. One would assume good field position again. But let's see what they call. And if Star City's able to get back there and block the punt again, I know that they would love that. I don't think we've had the same punt same snap 3 times here tonight. As they've been high, they've been low, they've been everywhere. And so the offense going to stay on the field for Helena West Helena at this point. They have nothing to lose. 4 men split out. Redmond's just going to turn and fire. He looks down the far side as he throws it out of bounds, trying to get it into the hands of his receiver, Ahmad Walker. Turner was there on the coverage for the Dogs, and so Star City is going to take it over on downs. It'll be first down and 10 from the Helena West Helena 45-yard line. Still a light mist in the air to go along with that cool north wind. Star City comes out in the flex bone. They're going to hand it off over the left side to Cole Branson. Branson able to turn it over the 40, the 35. Contact made at the 30 where Branson runs it out of bounds. He gets a first down for the Dogs and picks up 15 yards on that carry. Nice play, great blocking that time by the left side as Cole was able to race to that corner and pick up easy yardage. So first down and 10, this time on the right side to Hoyt. Hoyt looking to turn it up the field. He gets across the 30. He's going to get it up to the 29, and that's it.
Number 10, first to make contact, Covington.
So pick up a 1 yard, going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Dogs. Minute 45 remaining here in the first half at Star City. Hoyt goes in motion to the right side. Handoff goes to Turner up the middle. Turner's going to have it up close to the 25. They'll blow him dead at the 26. And so that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4. They actually spotted him down at the 27. So this is going to make it 3rd and 6 for Star City. Flexbone look, Ty Grayson split here to the near side. Play action pass. Noble's going to look to throw. He's got a man wide open, and Mason Taylor, and Taylor is unable to hold on to the football. He had to come back to the ball. This wind definitely affecting the passing here tonight. And so Taylor's unable to bring it in, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 6.5, 7 yards that Star City's going to have to get here for the first down. So here we go, 4th down. Noble hands off. Gets it to Cole Branson. Branson following his blockers. He's inside the 25, but he only gets it down to the 22. And he needed the 21 for a first down, and so the ball's going to go over to the Helena West Helena Cougars with 52 seconds remaining here in the first half. So first down and 10 for Helena West Helena. Helena West Helena is trying to call a timeout. They don't have a timeout. Redmond takes the snap. Flag on the play. He's being held down pretty heavily. And he throws it out in the middle to nobody. And so that's going to make it whatever it is after this penalty. But you got to think it's a procedure penalty as they weren't lined up or didn't have enough. It was an illegal procedure penalty against Helena West Helena.
5 men on the line of scrimmage.
And so that's going to back it up. First down at 15.
2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
Clock showing 46 seconds remaining here in the first half. So evidently Star City declined the penalty and said they'd rather it be 2nd down. So that's what it is. Shotgun snap. Redmond turns it loose, and it is going to land in the third row of the stands almost. As he just turned and heaves that one. And so 3rd and 10 is going to be the call and the situation for the West Helena Cougars after this one. West Helena really struggling to find anything on the offensive side here tonight. Their biggest play by far was the handoff to the lineman that he got about 25 or 30 yards on. Broke out of 11 tackles, injured 3 people along the way, including himself. Shotgun snap. Redmond looking to pass. He's having to run from trouble. Trouble arrives, and they're going to blow it dead as soon as they stop his forward progress. And the sack will officially go to Marktavius Jones. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 12. Star City takes their final timeout with 29 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll take a break in the action and be back with more in just a moment. Well, here we go. It's 4th down and long. West Helena sends their punter, Ahmad Walker, onto the field. Low snap. He's able to get this one off. It's going to hit and take a big bounce for West Helena. It's recovered on the far side by Noah Noble. Noble's got it across midfield, and he's going to return it all the way across the 35-yard line. And so Star City has no timeouts remaining and 15 seconds to work with here in the first half. West Helena set to receive the football to begin the second half. So if you want to start that half with the sportsmanship clock going, they're going to have to do something in 15 seconds. Noble brings them to the line. Flex bone set. He puts Hoyt in motion. Play action. Noble looks to pass. Still looking. Throws it, and it's complete. Down around the 20-yard line. And that's going to be the end. That's going to be the end of the first half. Our score here at Star City, Bulldogs 28, West Helena 0. We're going to take a break for halftime. We'll leave the camera on for any festivities that may occur during the halftime period. You're watching Star City Bulldog football on the Star City live stream.
Drum major, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulldog Regiment. The band
We welcome you back live to Star City as we get set for the second half of action. Helena West Helena has made their way back out onto the field as they move toward their sideline. Star City getting loose in the end zone nearest the new gym. If you folks hadn't been here to see the new arena that the Bulldogs will be and Lady Dogs will be playing in this year, you are in for some kind of treat. It is fantastic. Beautiful facility inside and out, and going to be one of the premier, if not the premier arenas here in Southeast Arkansas as we look forward to basketball season. We'll be back with live action here in just a few moments. It was all Star City in the first half as they lead it 28-0 over the Helena West Helena Cougars. Hopefully we'll see a Star City score to get things going before Helena West Helena gets anything on the board. That will get the sportsmanship clock running, which means it'll be continuous until you reach the end of a quarter or unless a timeout is called on the field, which greatly shortens the ball game. For the fans here in the stands, I got to say to all you guys at home, they are some faithful fans as it is a cold, wet, miserable, rainy night here in Star City. And so we're glad to be able to bring this to you live and bring it to you hopefully in the comfort of your own home. Whether you're on the road or wherever you may be, you can watch Star City Bulldog football live right here on the Star City YouTube channel. We'll be back with a live play-by-play in just a moment. Well, here we go, folks. Brian Magana's got it teed up. We're ready for a second half of action here in Star City. He's going to be kicking with the wind at his back here in the third quarter. He gets his foot into it, and it's going to be taken all the way back inside the 5-yard line by Walker. Walker's going to bring it across the 25. He's got some running room, and he's going to finally be wrestled down at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars from that spot. He plays a little bit of everywhere for the Helena West Helena Cougars. He's their kicker. He's in the backfield. He's a receiver. And he handles all the punting duties. I guess when you are down to 18 players on a roster, you got to play wherever coach tells you to. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Helena West Helena Cougars. Quarterback tries to keep it himself on 1st down. That did not work out so well. I apologize for the motion on the camera. Somebody really ought to get a hold of the cameraman, get him to get it straight here tonight. And I say that because I'm doubling as your cameraman. So I'll be glad to talk to myself and critique myself after the ball game. 2nd down and about 12 for Helena West Helena. They look to pass it on 1st down. They're going to try to flip it out. And Javion Turner lays the wood to one of Helena West Helena's players. Jakylan Cole tried to go up and bring that one in, and Turner absolutely hammered him. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and about 12 and a half. And if nothing else, I promise you this, Cole will be looking out of the corner of his eye next time he goes up to figure out where number 9 is before that ball gets to him. So 3rd down and long situation for the Cougars. Quarterback has a snap. He's in trouble, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Leading the charge for the Bulldogs, number 11, Trey Proctor and Keyshawn Trotter. Trotter does a little jumping celebration with Turner. I think Turner found out who had a little more lead in their britches. So this can be 4th and very long. Ahmad Walker's on the field. You would assume to punt this time for the Cougars. He'll be punting directly into the wind. One thing about it, Proctor and Trotter and all those guys on the front line need to make sure and get their hands up, because most of the time when he punts it, it's not much higher than their head. So Walker gets them set. Rolling punt. He kicks it, and it goes almost straight up. It's down at about the 20 and takes a Helena West Helena roll to the 36-yard line. But the Bulldogs are going to have fantastic field position to start with, as they'll only need 36 yards for pay dirt. So they'll get their first look of the second half. 10:08 is what the clock shows here in the third quarter. Star City on top 28-0. Javion Turner makes his way onto the field. Everybody's trying to figure out where to get lined up and set. Single back set with 3 men split out. Noble goes under center. He's going to keep it on the quarterback draw. He's up to close to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him dead at the 31. He'll pick up 6 or 7 yards on first down. So good first down play there for the Dogs. So we'll call it 2nd and 4. Star City showing a few different looks here tonight on the offensive side. Single back set again with 3 men split out. Noble's going to keep it again. He's got it, and he's going to maybe get to the 30-yard line, and that's it. It's a good one-on-one tackle there by the linebacker / safety / kicker / punter / receiver and running back in Ahmad Walker. So 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Dogs. They go back to the traditional flex bone look. Noble under center. He hands off to Cole Branson. Branson looking for room around the left side. He finds it. Branson still on his feet up around the 20, and we've got 2 flags. One looks to be in the neighborhood of holding, and the other looks to be in the neighborhood of a face mask. And so let's see what the call is. That would appear to be offsetting penalties. So let's see what the call is from the official.
Holding against the Bulldogs.
And that's exactly what it is. It's going to be holding against Star City, face mask against Helena West Helena, and so they'll simply replay 3rd down and about 3.5 to 4 yards. I think I might line up and do the same thing again, as Branson got big yardage as he had it down around the 20-yard line. Noble brings Javion Turner in motion, and we've got a whistle and a flag yet again. And it's going to be a false start against Star City. So things remain sloppy here. You can't say a sloppy field. It may be a wet field, but it's not muddy and sloppy. So Star City shoots themselves in the foot there, as that play once again looked to be set up nicely. Star City brings them to the line, flex bone look. Same call. They're going to give it to Turner. Turner's got running room. He's going to race to the end zone. Touchdown, Star City Bulldogs. Javion Turner takes it on the off-tackle play, and nobody touched him. He goes untouched to the end zone to give Star City a 34-0 lead. And once this extra point is made, that clock will begin to run, and this game will be greatly shortened. And so Brian Magana is on for the extra point try. Snap is down, the kick is up. And it is right down Broadway. It is 35-0. And so now we will see that clock running. You see the official telling them to wind the clock. So as we are early in the third quarter, Star City now leads it 35-0 over the West Helena Cougars. Star City gets set to kick it off. Magana is still handling all the kicking duties for the Bulldogs. And I apologize to you. We actually do have a new kicker here, and I don't have a number for him. So my apologies to all you moms and dads at home. Left-footed kicker. He gets his foot into it. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And so he does his job and pushes it in to the end zone. And so it'll be first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. As West Helena is going to have to go 80 yards for the score. Clock running. We're already down to 7 minutes in the third quarter. It's amazing how fast this game can go when that clock doesn't stop. And so as we get set, West Helena will have it first and 10. Quarterback takes the snap. He connects on the quick pass out to the far sideline. They'll get a few yards on first down. We'll call it 5. Second down and 5. West Helena not huddling. They're going to split out 3 men. And the quarterback, Redmond, joined by Spencer in the backfield. Loose ball. Redmond scoops it up, looking to run. And a great job that time by Mason Taylor coming in and making the stop as he broke down and did not allow the quarterback for West Helena to get up. But a late flag on the play as a Bulldog came flying in. I apologize there for not having the camera pan back. But we've got a late flag on the play as a late hit came in, and one would assume that's going to be the call. West Helena's player is kicking his foot on the field, but he has not moved since the play. They're trying to pick him up. They get him up. He's hurting after that one. He is able to make it to the sideline under his own power, and so we're going to see another quarterback have to come into this ball game.
Good ball, personal foul against the Bulldogs.
And they do call a personal foul, late hit against Star City. And so we'll see who they go with as the new signal caller.
Be third down and 4.
And it looks like a sophomore, Jeremy Duncan, is on the field to take the snap. Nope, it's going to be Spencer that takes the snap. Spencer's your new quarterback. And so they're able to get Star City to jump off sides. Good job by the quarterback, Spencer, to draw the Dogs. So that's a first down for Helena West Helena. They'll have it now spotted across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. Spencer hands it off in the backfield to big number 15 and Jeremy Duncan, and Duncan gets lit up like a Christmas tree.
Number 56, Deshaun Lewis.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Tayshawn Lewis absolutely teed off on the player for Helena West Helena. So second down and 10. You always know it's bad when you hear the pop of the pads and then the gasp of the crowd. Spencer is going to fire it, and that pass was tipped as C.J. Turner came flying in to try to pick it off. That would have been some feat if Turner was able to come away with an interception there. But he saw the route, and he jumped it. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 35-0 our score. Third down and 10 for the Helena West Helena Cougars. Ball spotted just inside the near hash. They're going to spread them out. 4 receivers, 1 here to the near side, 3 to the far side. And we've got a whistle and a flag. And it's going to be a false start against the Cougars, so back them up 5 more.
False start against the Cougars. Be a 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 15.
And so Helena West Helena going to be facing 3rd and even longer after that particular penalty. Clock hits 2 minutes, 59 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Spencer, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 4 men split out. He drops back. He looks to throw it. He fires across the middle. And that pass is incomplete, intended for number 3, Ahmad Walker. Walker not able to bring it in, so that's going to bring up 4th down and the same 15 yards. We'll see who they're going to put back there, or if they're going to put anybody back there to punt.
4th and 15.
So the officials respot the football. And indeed, Ahmad Walker comes on to punt it away for the Cougars. Star City in a safe protection as they don't have anyone back to field the punt. Walker comes up a little closer than usual. He barely gets it away. Very short punt, and that's going to hit and roll dead at about the 47-yard line. And so Star City once again will start from the Helena West Helena side of the field. I'm sure before long we're going to start to see some substitutes come into the game. Noah Noble staying in at quarterback right now. He and Max Reese making their way onto the field. Still a very fine mist in the air here at Star City. It's gotten cold. And now we've got a timeout on the field. And that's going to be a high timeout taken by Helena West Helena. We'll take a break in the action and be back with more in just a moment. So this play resumes. This first down and 10 for the Star City Bulldogs. They've got it spotted across the 50-yard line down to the 48. New quarterback and new running backs in there. And I can't tell who actually ended up with the football. I think it went to Parker Story. As Story's going to pick up a couple yards on first down. I don't have a name for the new quarterback in, number 16. I'm not sure. And that's actually number 18, Peyton Leverett, in at quarterback now. Leverett takes a snap. He's going to hand off to the right side. And Dax Humphreys is going to get dropped in the backfield for a big loss on the play. And so that's going to bring up third down. Officials trying to keep anything from getting punchy down on the field. You hear the horn. That's the end of 3 here in Star City. It's been all Bulldogs. They lead it 35-0. We'll take a break in the action and be back with the fourth quarter right after this. As the fourth quarter's underway, Star City hands it off on the right side. They get it to Jesse Holcomb. Holcomb not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But there's a flag on the play. So we'll see how this one shakes down. Looks to be against Star City. They're backing on up to give plenty of room.
Fourth down.
So it's going to be fourth down and about 14 for the Bulldogs. And for the first time tonight, looks like they're going to send Mason Taylor onto the field to punt the football away. Strange to have not seen one thus far in the ball game. First one coming in the fourth. Taylor steps between two defenders who could have blocked it if they'd have wanted to. Ball hits down around the 20, takes a Star City bounce, and will finally be downed at about the 14-yard line. And so that's where the Cougars will take over first down and 10 once again.
The Cougars take over first and 10 from their own 14-yard line.
What was a warm and muggy day has quickly turned into a cold, wet fall evening. I just hope maybe it'll carry some of these mosquitoes with it as this weather starts to come in. So I've never had to fight them so bad. It seemed like in the middle toward the end of October. So Star City bringing in some mass substitutions on both sides of the football. This is the kind of night you like. Try to enjoy. Get everyone involved as you can. Spencer stays in at quarterback for the Cougars. He's rolling here to his right. He's got the pass into the hands of number 10, Jordan Covington. And Covington almost looked like he just threw the football down. It looked at first like he had caught it. But they're going to rule the pass incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. The clock's running. Lots of different faces making their way on the field here. So everyone tries to get set. It always gives you a little bit of a glimpse into the future as well. Spencer splits 4 out wide. 3-step drop. He's going to dump it off short to the running back in Jeremy Duncan, but that pass falls incomplete. And so it's going to make it 3rd down and 10 as they're unable to hook up on that one. So Star City looking to hold them here. West Helena did not have the luxury of any substitutes. I think the guys that are on the sideline for them have all been banged up in this ball game. So Spencer, no drop really, but he does connect it to number 2 in Ja'Kylan Cole. They're going to give him a pretty generous spot for his forward progress. He'll pick up a yard, and that'll make it 4th down and 9. So it looks like Ahmad Walker's made his way back onto the field and more than likely will be punting the football away for West Helena once again. He gets it, and it is a low shank, and it is going to be picked up at the 23-yard line for a net punt of 3 yards. And so a 3-yard punt there by West Helena is going to practically just keep the ball right where it was. Star City sends their offensive unit back onto the field. 7 minutes showing on the clock here. Our score still remains 35-0. 1st down and 10. Leverett brings them to the line. Marktavius Jones lines up behind him in the backfield, and we've got a flag on the play. And it's going to back up the Bulldogs another 5 yards. These kind of things are kind of expected when you've got mass substitution on the field. You're going to typically have a few more penalties than you would otherwise. So Star City going to bring it back to the line. 1st and 15. Leverett hands it off, and he gets it into the hands of Dax Humphreys. Humphreys turns it to the north, and he's able to pick up a few yards. Not a whole lot there on the outside. Got to keep in mind, this is the same starting defense practically that they've been playing against all night. A few substitutions here and there, but not very many. 2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs. We've got another flag. Looks like this time they're going to call it on Jesse Holcomb as he came in motion. He moved towards the line of scrimmage. And so with that procedure penalty, that's going to back him up another 5. That'll make it 2nd down and 19 for Star City. Handoff goes up the middle. Nope, it's a quarterback that's going to keep it. And Peyton Leverett. Stop made in there by number 12 for West Helena, Zamarion Spencer. And so it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Dogs. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Leverett brings them to the line of scrimmage. Jones stands in behind him at running back. Flex bone look. They hand it off once again on the left side to Dax Humphreys. Humphreys tries to stretch it and get up the field, but he's not able to find much room, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Dogs. So let's see what Star City does here. It looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field. They do have it at the Helena, West Helena, 35, 36-yard line. They hand it off on the right side. This time, not a lot doing as Holcomb's unable to find any room. And so the ball will go over to Helena, West Helena right there as they'll put their offense back on the field. They're yet to score in the game. The clock approaching 3 minutes left here in the contest. Tonight turned out to be a good night for the Bulldogs to bounce back after a tough one at Dumas last week. First down and 10 for the Cougars. Quarterback looking to pass down the field and into the hands of one of his receivers. It was intended for the outside receiver, but due to the wind, I think it kind of got carried to Dejon Harrell. And so Harrell unable to bring it in. Second down and 10 upcoming for the Cougars. Star City getting set to take on the DeWitt Dragons next week. High snap goes over the head of the quarterback. Star City and Helena West Helena fight for the football. They're going to unpile them, and it is Bulldog football. Nakia Jackson able to slide in there and get under the bottom of the pile and come away with the football. And so it'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Only a minute and 45 seconds remaining here in the ball game. But it's been all Star City here tonight. A much-needed confidence booster as they get set to take on a DeWitt team that's been dangerous for some opponents this year. Handoff up the middle goes to Marktavius Jones. Jones unable to really get anything going, and they're going to say he actually lost about half a yard. And so we'll call it second down and 11. As the clock approaches the 1 minute mark. Peyton Leverett brings them to the line. Leverett, the sophomore quarterback. Handoff goes on the left side to Dax Humphreys. Humphreys finds some running room. He's able to pick up about 4 or 5. And so that'll make it third down and 8. This should be the last play of the ball game. Star City is going to have to snap it one more time as we've got about a 2-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. Leverett brings them up one more time. Flex bone look. Handoff goes on the right side to Jesse Holcomb. Holcomb's able to get it and pick up a yard or two. But I do believe that that's going to do it for the ball game. It will. We're just waiting on the final horn as both teams make their way to the sidelines, and it's officially a final here. Star City wins it 35-0 over Helena West Helena. Next week we will be on the road as we travel to DeWitt as they get set to take on the Dragons in what is sure to be a good ball game. Well, folks, I thank you for joining us here on tonight's broadcast. Until next week, I'm Josh Smith.